Welcome to this week's edition of the Central Arkansas Football Report, along with head coach Clint Conk. I'm Justin Acree. The Bears win again, 48-30, and this game is over Eastern Illinois, the conference champions from the Ohio Valley Conference. Coach, you came into the game ranked 10th. They came in ranked in the top 25. It was a battle of conference champions late in the season, very unique situation, and a very convincing victory for your team.
Boy, just super excited. Today was senior day, and a lot of seniors really stepped up in a big way tonight. And just really excited for our football team. And, you know, to go 2 consecutive years undefeated at home, you know, was really an incredible accomplishment for these young men. And actually won the last game at home in 2010, the last game played on grass. But Eastern Illinois, prolific offense, certainly very skilled, both at quarterback, running back, and receiver. But our young men had a little bit of adversity in the first half and really responded in a big way after halftime. And quite frankly, it was a defensive domination in the second half, and that's really something we can build on as a coaching staff.
Yeah, 9-win season, Coach, and again, postseason is guaranteed. Where, when, who, all that will be decided. But boy, what a great year in the regular season.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, 9-2, and you know, we still feel like, you know, we lost a close one to Stephen F. Austin in a monsoon. You know, and then, you know, really the Ole Miss game where we had our opportunities in the second half to win. You know, those 2 games were the only shortcomings for us. But this team has really met every benchmark, every standard that we've asked. We've demanded a lot of them, and they've certainly invested a good bit in this program. And tonight, I think this makes the 3rd top 25 team that we've beaten. So very pleased to represent our conference as their champion and move forward in the Division I postseason for our 2nd consecutive year.
All right, well, it's been a great year and certainly a lot to look forward to left for the Central Arkansas Bears. We'll talk more about this victory coming up.
Sponsored by Conway Chamber of Commerce, AT&T, All Clean Restoration Services, Crane Automotive, AT&T Real Yellow Pages, Sonic Drive-In, Log Cabin Democrat, and Zaxby's.
Whether it's Kevin's smartphone, Mom's smartphone, Dad's tablet, or Lauren's smartphone, AT&T has a plan built to help make families' lives easier. Introducing AT&T Mobile Share. One plan lets you share data on up to 10 devices with unlimited talk and text. Add a tablet for only $10 per month. The more data you share, the more you save. AT&T.
Flooding happens. When it does, call All Clean Restoration, Arkansas's solution to disaster restoration, flooding, fire and smoke, tornado, and more. We are Arkansas's #1 restoration company, able to reverse the damage of any disaster, large or small, and get your home or business back to the way it should be.
Tell your insurance company you prefer All Clean Restoration.
All Clean Restoration, proudly serving all of Arkansas.
Welcome back, and Coach, Eastern Illinois coming in here. You played them up there a couple of years ago. This was the return game, but a new coaching staff and certainly a lot different offensive approach. You knew you'd be challenged in a big way this week. They played a very high tempo, makes it very difficult, a lot of stress on your defense.
Well, I thought our coaches did a tremendous job on both sides of the football, but particularly on defense, getting our young men acclimated to the speed of the game and their skill set. And you know, we challenged them a little bit, played a little bit more man coverage. I'm not sure that it worked out real well for us, but we put a few new wrinkles in, and again, I thought, you know, the 3 turnovers in the first half, you know, showed an offensive football team that had a bye week last week and had a little bit of rust to it. But in the second half, we protected the ball much better, and the defense dominated, and the offense was able to score 24 additional points.
You won the toss, deferred, and you put their offense on the field first, opening kickoff. They take it, and they're on their way to going to a 3-and-out. Unfortunately, an offsides penalty extends the drive for Eastern Illinois, and but did have some nice defensive moments.
Well, we did, and you know, it's always good to force a punt. You know, I thought they did a nice job in coverage on punts, except for one time we were able to leak Jesse out. But you know, we talked to our team the entire week as you see a pass to senior Jackie Hinton out in the flat for a first down, another good run. But we talked to our team the entire week about third downs being the big down. And we dominated third downs on both offense and defense. And and quite frankly, 1 out of 13 was Eastern Illinois' percentage.
You had lost 7 fumbles coming into this game, and you lost 3 fumbles in this game. So very out of character for your football team, and that was one of them there. Jesse Grandy, certainly a very sure-handed guy, and unfortunately, short field, that leads to 7 points for Eastern Illinois.
Well, all of Eastern Illinois' points in the first half was, off of short field turnovers, and we didn't do that in the second half and played much better.
Another nice run here. Yeah, the run game really got going early, and Jackie Hinton had an excellent game.
Well, if you take out the sacks, we rushed for, well over 150 yards to build on a 200-yard performance the week before. Nice run here by Winrick Smothers, but negated, I believe, by a holding call. We come back to senior Jackie Hinton, one of his 20 carries. Jackie finished with 87 yards and a touchdown. We're forced to punt, and we're able to, senior Kevin Buford from Greenville, Mississippi, nice job of punting it 3 different times, pinning Eastern Illinois inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that one was a muff, and unfortunately, Eastern Illinois able to retain possession, but they did start deep in their own territory.
Well, their fine receiver right there, I think, set a new single-season FCS Division I record for number of receptions in a season. And but our defense, able to force a punt. We're able to flip the field position. We start out near the 40-yard line. Come back with the speed sweep to Jesse Grandy. Nice hit by their young man, but nice play on first down. We come back to the inside slant to senior Terrence Bobo from Atkins, Arkansas. Good job by Winrick extending the play with his feet. Thought maybe he could have ran it, but good job here on the check down to Hinton. A pretty aggressive call right here, 4th down, and we're able to convert.
Yeah, this is nice. Get some great blocking out front. Terrence Bobo running downhill, which is something we love to see, and a big gain and a first down pickup.
Yeah, and then we come right back to Jackie Hinton on the wheel route for a touchdown. The 2 seniors, both Hinton and Bobo, combined for nearly 100 yards receiving on 10 receptions.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of production out of the running backs.
Jackie didn't take any contact until he got in the end zone by a teammate right there and got laid out. But bottom line is tied at 7 now, and another good kick coverage night for your team, Coach.
Yeah, pretty good. Didn't think we kicked the ball very well. Maybe the cold had something to do with it. We actually went through all 3 kickers on our roster, but we'll try to clean that up. Big hit right here by true freshman Dylan Winfrey. I think the young man is just continuing to build on a tremendous senior year.
That ball was tipped. It looked like there was going to be a penalty. Actually, the official reached for his flag and then left it in his pocket because there was actually a tip ball. So no penalty on the play, and you start with pretty good field position.
Yeah, we got the ball at the 35-yard line. We come back here on the slant route to sophomore Desmond Lewis from Mesquite, Texas. One of Desmond's 7 catches on the night, and of course he'll have a spectacular touchdown catch here a little bit later. We did have some minus loss plays, and that was disappointing. I thought they kind of got after us a little bit with their defensive line. They had 4 senior defensive linemen, and their maturity showed, particularly in the first half. But you can see right here, we bring Eddie Kamara in for a 48-yard field goal, and it's good.
Yeah, that was his season long, actually, and he is perfect beyond 40 yards this year, which is certainly a nice asset to have in the arsenal for your team. You take a 3-point lead after that play, another good coverage play right here, and they start around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we lost contain a couple of times. Flushed good pressure, good coverage, but we allow them to leak out. They're fine quarterback. I thought he's one of the better quarterbacks we played against this year. Big high-low hit right there. Good job by the defense forcing another punt.
Yeah, that was Roger Jackson on that tackle. Very, very nice. And no return on the punt there.
Off the zone read, Winrick Smothers, the junior from Destrehan, Louisiana, continues to lead our offense. Just had another tremendous night, both throwing the football, running the football, and very productive.
We'll play action here, and unfortunately gets caught up. It looked like he might be trying to throw the ball away. They rule it a fumble. And again, a guy that is very sure with the football, give one up, and they come right back and capitalize to right the quick touchdown. And I certainly have seen the Bears do that many times over. After a turnover, you guys try to go quick strike, and they take advantage of it right there. Luckily, the extra point was blocked. Then they try to go ultra aggressive on the onside kick, but Des Lewis, one of your most sure-handed guys, comes up with it, come with a speed sweep right after that. Not much room for Jesse Grandy. Takes a big shot, unfortunately, and a lost play. There was a fumble, but Terrence Bobo jumped on it to keep the drive alive, which worked out well for your team.
Well, I thought it was very important that we respond right here, and certainly we did. Nice throw and catch right there to junior tight end Chase Dixon from Fort Smith, Arkansas. And then Bobo's able to pop it in right there, and Bears are able to take the lead back.
Yeah, 17-13 at this point. And again, short kickoff, fielded around the 10.
This was one of the most prolific offenses, I think third or fourth in the country at the Division I level. Excellent job being aggressive right here by senior Jesse Grandy from Pine Bluff. It was good to see his family at the game. We decided to go over the top right here, just out of bounds to Dominique Kroon. And then we come back on the two-back sprint draw.
And a nice gain right there across midfield and into Eastern Illinois territory. Good hard run here, too. And boy, did Jackie Hinton have himself a night.
Well, very, very physical, accounted for over 100 yards of total offense. Good job there. Damian Watts, the sophomore receiver from Pleasant Grove, Texas. Third down conversion right here. Hinton out of the backfield. Good job. And then spectacular throw and an even better catch by Desmond Lewis on the slant and go. And now we've been able to open up an 11-point lead.
Yeah, Bears very much in control, but East Illinois still had plenty of fight left in the first half. 11-point lead, though, and got a penalty there, got a face mask, unfortunately, and that helped them with the field position.
Well, they play at such a fast tempo, a lot of different formations and motions, and played out of an empty set a good bit of the night. And I thought Matt Williamson and his staff had a great plan for that. So you can see right here we get excellent play out of Redarius Winston, but they call interference, and able to give them a real short field now in a tight red zone. Wonderful play right there by Roger Jackson, the senior from St. James, and we force Eastern Illinois into a field goal.
So 24-16 at this point. Not indicated on the scoreboard there, but there we go. Got it updated on the scoreboard now. And then Winrick Smothers didn't see it coming from behind, unfortunately. I know pressure broke down the pocket a couple of times. I know you're disappointed in that, but forced a turnover.
I just didn't think we played as physical and as hard up front in the first half. In particular, we gave up 3 sacks for the night. 2 of those led to fumbles. You can see right here, there in the tight red area, we get another pass interference call in the end zone, and they're able to convert it for a touchdown, and the half's going to end here on a squib kick.
24-23 at the break, and you take a knee here. It was late in the first half, and as opposed to trying to force something, just take that 1-point lead in the break.
Well, I was disappointed. We gave up scoring drives of 34 yards, 37 yards, 35 yards, and off of turnovers.
Right.
And, we were moving the football on offense, obviously. Anytime you score 4 times in a half, that's very positive. But 3 times we put the defense in a bad position. I'd like to see the defense, hold those to some of those touchdowns to field goal attempts. But you can't continually put your defense on a short field against a prolific offense and keep the score down. But we were probably pretty fortunate, to have the lead at halftime.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what was said at the half, but your team certainly came out with a new sense of purpose in the second half. We'll take a look at some of those highlights coming up.
This smoked chipotle burrito is really good.
Yeah, my zesty cheesesteak burrito's great.
Are you familiar, Pete, with the phrase, don't mess with success?
Yeah.
Because this is not only messing with success, this is taking success to the cliff and shoving success over.
Success said, oh, please, don't do anything. Leave me alone.
These burritos didn't even hear that. They heard, oh, put. And that was it. It was just like, wow. Egg everywhere.
Wake up to sirloin steak and fluffy eggs with the new Zesty Cheesesteak and Smoked Chipotle Breakfast Burritos. This is how you Sonic.
Hey, Jay Myers here for Crane Buick GMC in Conway, and we are big supporters of the UCA Bears. What we want to know is, what's your favorite Bear call? Bear call number 1. Bear call number 2. Bear call number 3. Go Bears! Go Bears! Go Bears! Vote for your favorite bear call at Crane Buick GMC's Facebook page. Plus, bring in your ticket stub for an extra $500 off your next purchase. Only at the GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC. Go Bears! Go Bears! Go Bears! Go Bears!
Welcome back. Second half now. Bears deferred, as we mentioned, and getting the ball first here in the second half. And good field position on the short kick. Nice return. Jesse Grandy kind of sneaking up their coach and got himself a return after all, although they were trying to keep it away from him.
Well, they really were not going to kick it deep, and we've thought that we need to really come out and assert ourselves. Unfortunately, nice throw and catch here to Terrence Bobo, but we come up a little bit short, and we're forced to punt the ball to Eastern Illinois. Again, I think Kevin Buford's had a fantastic and all-conference type of season. That punt right there was over 40 yards. He only averaged about 38 a punt, but again, down 3 inside the 20-yard line.
Again, still holding on to that 1-point lead. Do force a 3 and out, and a nice catch on a ball that came up a little bit short on Jesse Grandy, but a nice job corralling it. Brett Soft here on the little screen, and unfortunately not a whole lot of room out there.
One of his 3 catches. Good to see his parents on senior night. You can see the game got a little bit chippy, but I thought our young men held their composure for the most part.
Nice run by Winrick
Yep,
right there.
third down conversion on the quarterback power. Good job, Winrick. And then on the end cut, nice throw and catch to senior Dominique Kroom. One of his 5 catches from Cherokee, Alabama. I think now that puts Dominique over 150 catches for his stellar and fantastic career here at the university. And a good job by Winrick coming to the check down. Jackie breaking a tackle, fighting for extra yards, extending a drive, getting us down close to the goal line.
And then nice blocking up front right there, and cruises into the end zone. And the extra point is good, and 31-23 at this point.
Relatively short kick, but I didn't think we squeezed the field, quite as effectively as we've had throughout the season. Certainly, I do think that, in several aspects of our football team, we showed some rust from having not played last weekend and having a bye week. But I thought, as you can tell now, this is the second or third punt of the half for Eastern Illinois. I thought our defense came out and played dominating football throughout.
Yeah, they allowed just three yards in the third quarter, it would turn out, and just a couple of big plays in the fourth quarter, but that was really all the offense to speak of.
Well, good job here by Smothers stepping up, checking it down to Grandy. Again, though, we're going to be forced to punt here, but again, Buford, big rush, but able to, once again, change the field position, knocking that punt down inside the 15-yard line. They try to come back with play pass, and this young man continues to grow and get better and better and make big plays for us. True freshman Dylan Winfrey from Bryant here in Arkansas. And again, a nice throw and catch on first down to Grandy. You can see the effort and the passion that our young people are playing with. Good job, Jesse.
And it actually would be, that play wouldn't even stand. There was a 5 yards for an offsides, but it was a great effort on his part.
You can see right here on the conversion down, we pick up the blitz. We come back to Des Lewis. Good job, Des. Then we come back with the 2-back power. Now we're starting to lean on them a little bit, and we're playing very fast. We ran, we kind of flipped the tables on them. We ran 99 plays to their 62, and I felt like that we got them a little bit tired, particularly here in the second half. But we aren't able to get the touchdown here in the red zone, but Kamara's able to come in and knock down the short 25-yard field goal.
So 34-23 now. Short kickoff. It took them a little bit of a while to pick the ball up. Good coverage there, and they'll end up around the 20.
Good job there by Zach Bush, the sophomore from Denton, Texas, and excellent pressure by the front four and Matt Hornbuckle, sophomore from Colleyville over in the Dallas Metroplex. And once again, great pressure and good push up front. Got on the sack, got him backed up, and they forced a punt to Jesse Grandy at midfield.
And that's where he likes to be. That is probably one tackle, and that's a nice open field tackle, probably one slip tackle away from going the distance, but on the first play, you pitch it out to him, and he gets the rest of it anyway. So he sneaks into the end zone, and that's a great great block outside. I do want to say, too, by Dominique Kroom, but an excellent individual effort beyond that.
Yeah, outstanding block by Dominique Kroom, and the legacy that he's going to leave is a lot of catches and yards, but just a tremendous perimeter blocker. And Jesse, of course, right there was the beneficiary of that great block. And then, of course, God's blessed him with tremendous speed, and he was able to turn the corner.
41-23, in control at this point, but Eastern Illinois, conference champion, and you don't get there without doing a lot of things right. Did not give up the fight.
Well, we've got some reserves in the game here, and again, it was great to be able to play a lot of young people, but we need to make sure that they're productive snaps. I thought here Jesse probably should have made the fair catch, protect his body. I tell you, I thought they tackled Jesse as well as any team we've played this year. Mm-hmm. Certainly we saw him escape on the outside for a touchdown, but there were some very physical hits in this game. But you can see right here, though, again, we give up a sack, 1 of 3 on the night. I know Coach Best, the offensive line, are disappointed with that. We'll go to the film room and try to get better.
There was a penalty on that play. It was running into the kicker as opposed to roughing the punter, rather. And so you get the 5 yards, repunt, and they end up with a no return.
Well, and there was Dominique Kroom, senior wide receiver, on the tackle after the punt. And again, Dylan Winfrey just bird dogging it down, forces the fumble and recovers it. And
yeah, Seth Allison, I think, actually came up with it. But, yeah, what a great effort by Winfrey to rip that ball out of there. And not the biggest guy, Coach, but I'll tell you what, he is strong for his size. And to have the ability to rip a ball out like that, that's an impressive play.
Well, he's strong, he's quick, he triggers, he tackles with 2 hands, and he is setting himself up to have an outstanding career here at the University of Central Arkansas. Again, though, we've got Eastern backed up, and I thought they stuck with their game plan even though they were down 18 points. And then, we get our eyes in the wrong place. It's true freshman back here on the back end. Darius Reed, and they hit us in a cover 2, and he's got to get over the top of that. And big play for them, and certainly I know something that we'll learn from on the back end.
Yeah, I would say Wright is one of the better receivers we've faced as well. I mean, he was not the guy that Laura was the receiver that had all the accolades coming in, but Wright was a very outstanding receiver in his own right, and three catches, 3 touchdowns for him in this game.
Well, we come back, the tight end again, a little more prevalent in our offense in this game. Chase Dixon, one of his 3 catches, and we come back out on a quick game to Dominique Kroom, put us down in the red zone. Good job, Dominique. Good protection by the offensive line. An excellent block right there by Desmond Lewis, and great shifty running by Grandy. Puts us down close, and then off a play-action pass, I believe this was on 4th down, we're able to change the launch point, get it to Dixon for a touchdown.
I thought he really played well, Coach, and did a great job in yards after catch, and that would be the final score of the night for the Bears, but 48-30 at this point.
Well, Chase does a lot of different things for us. The former walk-on, excellent job on punt returns and kick returns, and then certainly playing both tight end and H-back has been a big play guy for us, and really happy that he could play well in our last home game. And certainly I know that he's very close to a lot of these seniors, and wanted to do his part that they'd go out winners.
I believe that was the catch that put Laura over the top as the single most prolific single-season receptions receiver, I guess, in FCS history. So capping off what's been a great regular season for him, and your defense still playing hard, got some young guys in there, and then stripped the ball out right here, and that would seal the deal, able to get some other guys in. Willie Matthews with a few really nice runs, squirts through there. That's an excellent job of keeping his feet moving. And
well, it's good to see Kyle Stouffer, the redshirt freshman, back in action. Hurt his elbow against McNeese at midseason. You see big number 76. We'll play him back into shape. And then Jacoby Walker, we've been playing a lot of different positions, was able to get his first 2 catches his career. The sophomore from Houston, Texas, and you can see right here Ryan Howard takes a knee. The best formation in football and the best play in football is the victory play, and capped a great night for our football team and 9-win regular season. So we're very pleased with that, and we'll sit around and figure out where we go from here now.
That's it, 48-30 the final. Let's take a look at our play of the game. And Coach, we'll go back to that play that, you run those kinds of screens to your receivers a lot, but again, perfectly blocked and a great individual effort by Jesse Grandy.
Well, once you get the run game going, now those backers have to squeeze in a little bit, and then we flip it out to a guy that runs 4-3, and the senior from Pine Bluff with a great block from Dominique Kroom is able to kind of circle the defense and really untouched into the end zone. It was a big play for us in the second half and, really lifted our football team.
All right, we'll come back in just a moment. Take a look at our players of the game. Stay with us.
If you're coming to Conway for football, get ready to put your game face on. For shopping, dining, accommodations, and more, come for football. Stay to play. Learn more at conwayarkansas.org.
Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, and YP.com on your mobile. More ways to search, more ways to find. Only from AT&T.
All right. Time now to take a look at our players of the game. And on offense, Coach, it was good to see a senior on senior night come through big.
Jackie Hinton, 20 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown. And again, he gave us 7 receptions for 53 yards and a touchdown. Big night for the senior running back.
And on the defensive side of the ball, glad to see that this guy's actually coming back.
Yeah, junior Justin Hurd. He had 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and really has become the leader of our defensive football team.
All right, and quickly our log cabin stat of the game, Coach. 3rd down, you knew it'd be a key going in, and boy, it sure was for your defense.
Defensive domination, 1 out of 13 on 3rd downs, and that type of performance, and we're going to win a lot of football games.
All right, well, the question now is, who do the Bears play? When do they play? Where do they play? It was all answered on Sunday at the selection show.
Central Arkansas players gathered on Sunday to watch the NCAA playoff announcement on ESPNU. They learned that after a bye in Week 1, they will travel to Georgia Southern, a number 5 seed, on December 1st. Justin Hurd said,
Yes, I'm familiar with Georgia Southern because I was born in Georgia, so I'm kind of familiar with them. It's going to be a tough game, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully a good bit of my family get to come to it, too.
Terrence Bobo, one of 16 seniors, said,
Oh, yeah, last year's team, we won a game and came up short against Montana. But, this year's team, we're a totally different team. We have more maturity on the team. A lot of people on this team went to Montana last year, and we know how it feels to go on the road and lose and just come up short. So I think we're going to take our playoff experience from last year and convert it to this year, and I think we'll do good.
So after a week off, the Bears will be back in action on the road at number 5 national seed Georgia Southern. It's certainly a great challenge, and we'll bring you highlights from the matchup on the next Central Arkansas Football Report. We wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you back here again in 2 weeks.